Hello everyone. In our previous classes, we have discussed introduction and overview of the chapter motion, states of motion, physical quantities and system of units. And today we are going to discuss distance and displacement. The total path length covered by an object is called distance. It's a scalar quantity. We have discussed in our previous class what is scalar quantity. So here you should know that scalar quantity means magnitude only. We are not interested in direction. Let's consider the straight line path O to A, that total length is 60 and it is given in kilometers. O is the origin or reference point. An object has started from O and it has moved to A. So the total distance covered is OA. The length of OA is 60 kilometers. OA is 60 kilometers. And in the second step, the object moved back from A to C. The distance covered is AC. And AC, you can see A to C is 35 kilometers. So what type of motion the object has followed? Object has covered a straight line path. First it has started from O. O is the origin point and it has moved to point A. The total length from O to A is 60 kilometers. And then in the second round, A has moved from A to C. The distance covered is, the length covered is 35 kilometers. So the A, B and C, what are A, B and C? A, B and C are position of object at different position of object. And how is the movement of object? Object at first, it is moving from O to A through B and C. B and C are the points in between. And then second time what he is doing? Object is moving back from A to C. So the total distance is OA plus AC. OA from this diagram you can see it is equal to 60 kilometers and A to C. A here is 60 and here C point is 25. The total distance will be 35. Total distance covered is 95 kilometers. So you have to notice 2 points here, that we have specified only the magnitude part. We are not discussing the direction. O to A, the total path covered, and A to C, the total magnitude value we are taking. Magnitude is 60 first and then that is 35. The total distance came out to be 95 kilometers. Here we are not talking about direction. So distance is a scalar quantity. What we have discussed in distance? Distance is the total path length covered by an object. How the total path length? O to A, first object moved from O to A and then it reaches back to point C. So we have calculated the total length of the object. That is the distance. Next is displacement. Displacement is the shortest distance measured from the initial to the final position of an object. What is the initial position? What is the final position? Let's understand this with the help of this straight line path. This is the same diagram which we have discussed in distance topic earlier. O is the origin, reference point you can say, and the object is moving from O to A first and then it is coming back from A to C. Final position is C. Object has reached C now. So the distance between initial and final is what? O 0 and C, the final position, it is 25. So OC is the distance between initial and final position. OC is equal to 25 kilometer and that is what the displacement. What we have discussed? Displacement is the gap between initial and final position. This is the initial position and this is the final position. How this is the final position? Object has moved first from O to A, covering 60 km, and then it is coming back from A to C. So the distance between initial and final position will be this much. This is 25 km. This is equal to OC. OC equal to 25 km, and that is the displacement gap between final and initial position. And the next point is displacement is a vector quantity. It is dependent on magnitude and direction both. How it is dependent on magnitude and direction both? When the object started from here O and it reached A, the total distance covered was 60, and when it came back from A to C, we have to subtract that distance. We have to subtract this distance from the total path, because now the final position of the object is C, and that has been covered in the opposite direction. In vector quantity, what we say? We take this direction. Let's suppose this direction is positive, and if the object is moving in the opposite direction, that will be there with the negative sign. So you have to subtract both these quantities. 60 minus 35 is 25, and that is the same as displacement here, OC. Now the question arises, can the magnitude of displacement, it can be ever equal to distance? Have get two different values, but can you see when displacement will equal to distance? Yes, this is a straight line path. When the object moves from O to A, the distance is 60 km. And in the same case, the displacement will also be equal to 60 when the path is the straight line path. O to A, the object is moving, distance is 60, and displacement is also 60 when the object is moving from O to A. So displacement is equal to distance in this case. We have just seen that displacement and distance can be equal. My second question is this possible that displacement and distance equal to 0? Is this possible? Just think about distance first. Object has traveled from O to A. It has covered 60 kilometers on distance, and when it has reached from A to O back, it has again covered 60 kilometers. The total distance covered is, you just add them, and that is 120 kilometers. This is all about distance. Now the question is this possible that displacement is 0? Yes, because O to A, we will take it with positive sign because it's a vector quantity. Displacement is a vector quantity. 60 with positive sign when the object is moving from O to A. And when the object is traveling back from A to O, we will take that with negative sign because the direction is reverse now. 60 minus 60 is 0 now. So in this case, displacement is 0. Today we have discussed distance. Distance is the total path covered by the object, and displacement is the shortest distance measured between initial and final position. Also discussed that magnitude of distance and displacement can be equal, and we have also discussed that displacement can be 0 but distance cannot be 0. In our next class, we will discuss uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Thank you.